When it comes time to selling your house, most homeowners want to do whatever they can to maximize the value of their home. The problem is, a lot of the things that they can do to maximize the value of their house cost a lot of money. You'll see stuff on HGTV where people are renovating their kitchen, changing their floors, doing a washroom, and let's be honest here, not a lot of people got 10, 20 grand kicking around in their pocket. But there are certain things that you can do to your house before you list it that will give you a tremendous return, and honestly, way better than even getting your kitchen renovated on a dollar for dollar basis. I'm going to list the top 10 things that you could do to your house before listing it that will not break the bank whatsoever, and they will provide you a huge return. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1 is clean your kitchen. I can't tell you the amount of houses that I've walked into with buyers where the stove is an absolute nightmare, the microwave's got butter sprayed all over it, and the cupboard's got cobwebs left, right, and center. These are little things, but they make a huge impact to buyers because what they see in your kitchen is typically going to be a reflection of what they think when they're walking through the rest of your house. So if you have a clean kitchen, you're going to likely have a clean house, and they're going to be a little bit more comfortable with moving forward on it. The second thing you could do is organize your cupboards. Along with your kitchen, you've got your coat closets, your bedroom closets, your linen closet, under your vanities, all these little cupboards. In most houses, they look like a nightmare. This is such a simple thing to do. By folding your towels, folding your bed sheets, organizing whatever you have under your vanity, it gives the buyer the perception that you are a clean person and you care for your house, and it costs you next to nothing. The third thing, and honestly probably one of the most overlooked, is have a clean utility room. You've probably walked in a lot of utility rooms, likely yours as well, and you're going to see rust around the floor drain, you're going to see the plastic pipe coming out of the humidifier and leaking a little bit of water on the floor, you're going to see cords all over the place on the electrical panel. This is such a simple room to have clean and upgraded quite simply. And it makes a huge impact, a huge difference for a buyer, because when they see a room, a utility room in particular, that's very clean, they're probably thinking, who cleans their utility room? And if somebody's going to go through the extent of cleaning their utility room, I've got no worries about what else I'm going to see in this house. It's got good bones. Number 4 on the list is clean scuffs off your walls. You don't need to necessarily paint your whole house. Yes, it's a benefit, but you don't need to go that far. Truthfully, a magic eraser and a good couple hours scrubbing your walls will make them extremely clean, and you wouldn't realize how much dirt is actually on those walls, and it truly brings the paint color back to life at almost no cost. Number 5 on the list is steam clean your carpets and polish your floors. If you've got carpeting, get a steam cleaner, rent it, clean out any of the little stains that are there that you're able to take out of the carpet. It also gives your carpets a really fresh smell, so when somebody's walking through the house, it's got that clean, just that clean smell, everybody knows it's that clean smell, and it does wonders for you. If you got hardwood floors, polish them. You could go to Home Depot and you could grab this stuff called a Bona Floor Refinisher, and they have their own little mop for it, and you put that on the floors. Honestly, within 15 minutes, they look perfect. Honestly, it will make your floors look 5 years newer. I do it to my house every 2 or 3 months. Truly, it could bring your hardwood floors back to life, and it costs next to nothing. When buyers see that shine and that sparkle in your house and that clean smell, it just adds to that feeling, that intangible, this house is well looked after. We're going to move outside a little bit now for number 6, and that is landscape your grounds, okay? Now, I'm not talking about getting armor stone and getting pavers all up and down your front yard. No. A simple mulching with a few flowers will do the trick. So in your backyard, just mulch the perimeter, cut out a little flower bed and add mulch to the perimeter of your backyard garden and add a couple of flowers. You could do this for under $200, but realistically, it makes arguably one of the biggest differences that you could have in your house for a nominal cost. So, take a little bit of time on the exterior, especially on the front yard, because that's people's first impression of your house. So when you do these little landscaping jobs and adding mulch, and mulch is literally $3 a bag. So, It's not an expensive thing, but it adds great curb appeal to your house. Keeping along with the curb appeal, number 7, reseal your driveway. Okay, like we've all got driveways. Yes, they're not going to be perfect, whatever. You don't need to dig it up and redo it. But resealing a driveway gives it that nice sheen black look, and it gives it the impression that it is a new driveway. And so when the buyer's pulling up to your house and they see that nice looking, clean driveway combined with the landscaping, they'll be like, hey, all right, like this is like really nice. It's got good curb appeal. They're getting a good impression before they even walk through your front door. Moving along to number 8. Power wash your exterior. Okay, so if you've got like scuffs and particularly like just like dirty bricks, and yes, that bricks also get very dirty. You'd be surprised at how clean they get if you power wash them. Also, the exterior of your windows, the window frames, the vinyl, where it rains and you get this little dirt marks all over it. Little item, but a huge impact. So I strongly recommend power washing the exterior of your house and any concrete pathways that you have as well. Moving along to number 9, we're going to jump back inside the house. Now, number 9 and 10 are a little bit more costly in terms of items, but truthfully, they're the best value that you're going to get for dollars invested inside your house. Number 9, new door handles. Okay, we've all been in the houses where you see, like, I could almost truly know what year a house was built based on the door handles that they have. Okay, you've got those old school gold door handles, quintessential late 80s, early 90s. Those things just scream dated. And then you've got like the brushed nickel ones that are early 90s into the 2000s. They're nice, but if you update your door handles, it really does actually modernize your house. And when you think about it, like a buyer is going through almost every one of the doors, they're touching those handles, they're looking at every single one of your doors. So if you can make them pop, it's a really good thing. I'd recommend like some of the newer handles that are like the longer kind of rectangular, thin rectangle look, very modern, but still tasteful, and they'll probably have longevity. So even if you're not selling right now in 4 or 5 years, they're still going to look pretty sleek. And I'd recommend the black ones. You could get them, I think, a 5-pack for like $50, but huge difference. So changing door handles is a great one to do inside the house. Number 10 is update your light fixtures. Okay. This might actually cost less than door handles depending on the fixtures you get, but it honestly makes probably the best difference. And I've done full-scale renovations on clients' houses before we list, but light fixtures, like when you update them, it modernizes a house like crazy. Now this might run you upwards of $2,000 if you're doing the whole house, depending on the fixtures you get. But truly, you could get some really nice flush mount $30 or $40 LED fixtures for Home Depot that truly do the trick. So those are the top 10 items to update your house at a low cost. Now I know a lot of people probably also think, well, I'm just going to sell it as is. If somebody wants to do something, let them do it. They could do it. They could take on that expense. That's fine. I understand that. And it's hard to criticize your own house. But let me ask you, if you were to go buy a used car, would you buy a used car if it wasn't just freshly cleaned or polished? Like if you opened the door of a used car and you saw candy wrappers on the floor, some coffee stains on the seat, maybe some remnants of gum in the center console, would you be like, yeah, I really want to buy this car? Probably not. You could still sell something that's used and give people a sense of comfort in knowing that it has good bones, that it's well cared for. Those are the things that most buyers really care about because, quite frankly, they're not really well versed in construction. So it's these little things that they notice. But those little things are what they carry with them throughout the house. So when they open your fridge and see it's in just a complete mess in there, or open your stove and see splatter everywhere, that's going to resonate with them as they're walking through the house. They're going to say, okay, this is dirty. What else is dirty? If they don't keep where they eat clean, how are they going to keep the rest of their house clean? And that's the same for a lot of the other items, which are very simple to do. So please take my advice. If you're going to be listing your house and you don't have a high budget or want to do big renovations, this top 10 list here is truly the best thing that you could do to upgrade your house and likely get a 5 to 10 times return on the dollar investment, if not more. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some of our future videos with tips and tricks on how you could make your house stand out in this market. Bye for now.